gentlemen, there is more news coming in. Iran essentially is denying what the US president has claimed. Mr. Donald Trump, in an interview yesterday to an American media house, had said that the Iranians want to come back on the negotiating table. Iran digging in its heels, saying we have said no such thing and we are not going to be negotiating with the United States of America. That's the big statement that is being made by Iran's security chief. That entire statement with Sagarika. Sagarika, please go ahead.
So this is the statement by Iran security chief Shreya, and he's put it in clearly. But let's give context. There were news reports doing the rounds. What did these news reports say? These news reports said, while talking about officials, they said that Ali Larijani, who is Iran's security chief, he had, embarked on an initiative. What was this initiative? That they will resume talks with Washington, and they submitted that initiative through intermediaries from the Sultanate of Oman. Now, this was the report that was doing the rounds, to which a categorical denial has come in. And I'm reading the translated version from Ali Larijani's post on social media platform X. He says it in one sentence, and he says it clearly. We will not negotiate with the United States. This is what Iran has to say. It's over to you, Shreya.
Thank you very much. Arasan Singh, would you want to come in here? Increasingly, by the looks of it, it seems that the Americans used the talks as a ruse to plan this attack on the Iranians. Is that something you agree with? Because if initially the date was fixed at February 21st, but it couldn't work out for some reason, Oman's foreign minister, also Iran's foreign minister, both of them come out and say that talks are making progress, etc. So if talks are making progress in Geneva on Thursday, why did we see the strikes on Saturday? That's a question that will need to be answered.
The main objective of this war is regime change.
Huh.
Anything less than that would have cost, would cost the Americans, credibility. And it is just not the present dispensation. Regime change of the revolutionary, Islamic revolutionary regime, not just Khamenei. So that being the objective. All these motions, about talks, just perfunctory. Any amount of climb down, say hypothetically, any amount of climb down by the, the Iranians on the nuclear issue would not have prevented this war. And it will not stop. It will not stop until this entire, revolutionary regime is done away with. The war will last till then. So we must not forget that the main objective is the regime change. Any climb down, because they had married this ideology to nuclear weapons. So as long as this regime exists, this marriage is not going to end in some kind of a divorce between, this revolutionary ideology. Israel has no right to exist. It should be wiped out on the face of the earth. And that is not going to change. So the quest for nuclear weapons also is not going to change.
Okay.
So
that's a fair point,
because
Donald Trump was asked in a media interview. He's not making the usual statements that he does, but he's giving these short interviews to American media houses, to magazines and television channels. And in one of those, the question asked was, why did you finally decide to strike? And his answer was, well, I decided to strike because given the way the negotiations had gone, there was absolutely no chance that the Iranians would give up their dreams of actually possessing a nuclear weapon. Now, that is his point of view. That is his version. The Omanis have given us a different version. The Iranians have given us a different version. We'll talk about that in just a bit. For the moment, I'm going to slip into a quick break.